Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing a part two. A part two for a part one that we haven't recorded yet. That is not how that works.
Take two.
Alright, and let's get started in 3, 2, 1, mark. Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
I'm out of funny juices this week, so no, I don't have a quip.
Okay, cool. Thanks, bud, for this comedy podcast. That's wonderful. You're gonna, wow, man, people are gonna be really rolling. You're fresh out.
Yeah, I'm low on supply. I wasted the last of it with like the pre-banter and like we recorded a bonus episode. I'm Remington Chase.
I'm Sean Rollins, and we just did that completely out of order. But that's fine, because apparently Remington is out of jokes. Jokes have left the room. This is a joke-free zone, apparently.
I'm gonna rely on you to be very funny this week. And meanwhile, I have to be like super serious so I can restore my comedy juices.
Well, I chose the wrong anime for this week, then.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly. Well, would you like to try opening with a joke before getting into the anime, then?
Is this a fucking stand-up audition now?
Yeah,
Am I gonna give a choice 10 minutes?
No, I just want one joke, please.
Okay, here's a joke. This recording.
No, but I want I want an actual joke though. I would like an actual joke, Sean.
You want an actual joke?
I refuse to proceed.
You're ruining the flow of the podcast that you've already ruined until you hear me tell you a joke.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one for you then. What's brown and sticky?
What?
A stick.
All right, you continue.
Good. Great. I'm glad we have that comedy tag still. We're really earning it this week. This is wonderful.
Oh, shit.
You are a treat, Remington. God, I wish I had chosen a different anime this week.
I like to think so. All right, so given the fact that I've derailed it and you're frustrated about it, I take it that this is a beloved and or highly requested anime.
It is highly requested. I don't know if it's beloved though.
Oh fuck.
It's definitely quite the experience, to say the least. First of all, though, Remington, my main question for you before we get into it is, how's your quarantine body doing you, man?
Yeah. Well, once again, I'm maintaining being completely serious. I've actually been getting a little bit more fit over quarantine, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Yep, going for pretty consistent runs. Losing some weight.
Oh, that's good.
The first half of quarantine was the opposite, but now we're figuring shit out.
I mean, a year later.
A year later, yeah, exactly.
Took a minute to get going, but once you start moving, the train keeps a rolling.
What about you? How's your flesh?
I don't think I want to answer the question anymore, Rem. I don't think anybody wants to know the answer.
Oh God.
Well, honestly, Rem, it could be a bit better. I'm doing some basic body exercises here and there. I've got a pull-up bar that I use on the daily, just a little bit, a little something here and there. But I honestly think that I don't think you and I are doing enough.
Oh God. Okay.
What? What's up,
Sean,
Rem?
well, we are no strangers to quote-unquote fitness anime, Sean.
Yeah.
But our last one, while I was very gung-ho about trying out the exercises, I soon learned that it was not about the exercises, but rather it was very much about the girls doing the exercises. Mm-hmm. And so my mild concern is that we're just doing that shit again.
You think I would really waste a revisit on fucking, oh god, what was it? Anime EXE or something like that?
My brain says no, but my heart can never trust you. My brain says, wow, that would be a shit episode of the podcast. It's one of our least listened to. While it's a fun one, not a popular one.
No, because it's a very bad short form. You really think I would waste a revisit on a short form anime?
That's the only place my mind is going based on your line of questioning.
Well, Remington, what if I told you that there's more than one exercise-based anime?
Is it all the same fucking shit?
Sorry, say again?
Is it all the same shit?
No, actually. This one actually really cares about the exercises and tells you how to do them without hurting yourself.
All right. I'm gonna go two ends to the spectrum, okay?
Okay.
On one side, we have anime training X or whatever the fuck. On the other, we have like Yuru Camp.
Right.
Where along this sliding scale?
From the good wholesomeness of Yuru Camp to the bad horniness of animated training EX, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Or is it completely separate?
Oh no, I definitely think you could probably slot it in on that bar somewhere. Where you put it, well, I feel like that's really for you to decide, Remington.
This son of a bitch. All right. Okay.
I would say, it is at least 3 times better than animated training EX. I will give it that
Oh,
caveat.
okay. Yo, that's high fucking praise.
It is very high praise, I would say. Because we all know that is one of the most popular anime out there.
All right. Okay. So what are we doing this week, Sean? What anime are you subjecting me
Well,
to?
Remington, this week we will be watching Dumbbell Nan Kilo Moteru.
All right. I got Dumbbell.
Yes, you did. Congrats.
Yes. Boom.
Or the English translation is, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
Oh, okay.
With a question mark.
So,
It's a question.
yeah. The question mark brings it potentially into light novel territory.
Oh, it's not a light novel. Don't worry about that.
Okay. See, I didn't think it was as convoluted as one, but the question mark, it's always worth wondering.
No. If I remember correctly, the source is a web manga.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so just like a little self-published manga that did well enough that it got that a studio wanted to pick up the rights for it.
Which, if there's anything we've learned from the anime we've watched that have discussed the subject, is the easiest thing in the world. If I've learned anything from bad sister fucking anime, it has been that getting an anime of your own bullshit manga, easy as pop.
Well, only if it's tropey as fuck, Remington.
Well, of course, yeah, exactly. Well, that's assumed.
Yeah, it's assumed. It's a fair assumption to make. But no, this is just a little web manga turned anime that tries to do 2 things, Remington. 1, it tries to get all of its listenership exercising, you know? Because, let's be real, most people who spend a lot of their times watching anime, well, we're not exactly the most impressive specimens most of the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, there are some that are really handsome and really attractive, and I go to anime conventions and I think, are you sure this is your hobby? Are you sure this is the hobby you want? You could do so much better.
Did you walk into the right convention center?
Yeah, no, FitCon is down the street, all right? But if you're here, fantastic, wonderful, great. For the rest of us out there, this is what this anime wants us to get to that point, so that we can all be, at least somewhat competent in one aspect of our miserable lives. And the second thing it tries to do, Remington, is it tries to make you laugh.
Okay.
Because it is definitely framed as a gag comedy manga or anime with some educational elements thrown in. So while you're learning, you can get a good little chuckle here and there, as well as understand how to properly lift a dumbbell or do specific body workouts. Because as somebody who has tried to work out on their own, it is very easy to fuck up a simple workout.
It's true. Okay. Well, in that case, Sean, it seems simple. Dare I say, deceivingly simple.
No, I mean, that's kind of how it is, man. Like, there is a bit of a story to it, but it's definitely just like, set dressing for the most part, for gags, like establishing characters and then going for gags and exercises from there. The basic premise is simply
Wait, let me guess.
Yes.
You have you have this group of jocks, right? Working out all the time at a school, and their goal is to train and demonstrate training via this weak ass psychic bitch kid.
Hold on.
who has no muscles whatsoever. And so we sort of take on the role of the psychic bitch kid, and we're like, all right, this is how we work out, gain muscles.
Unironically, Remington, I would love that spinoff. The exercise spin-off of Mob Psycho 100, I would love that so goddamn much.
It'd be pretty good.
That would be amazing because the fitness club in Mob Psycho is one of the best recurring group of side characters in that series, and I love them so much. They're just the bros. Unfortunately, though, that's not what this is. It's about our main character, Hibiki Sakura, and she is a rather gluttonous Gyaru. Do you remember what Gyaru are, by chance?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay. You've seen them before. It's the fashion choice with like the tanned outfit with the extreme like Genki girl attitude. Think like Valley Girl for an American equivalent.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, sometimes they're depicted as delinquents. Other times they're just depicted as, just fashionista types. A lot of the time they're depicted as being really stupid.
Yep.
It's a trope, but it can be a very interesting little side of Japanese culture, Japanese modern culture specifically, and can be a good baseline for some interesting characters. But basically, after school, whoever wrote the synopsis did a great job with just this first line. An after school grub crawl. This gluttonous high schooler is mildly teased about her expanding waistline.
So then they have to then they get in a homosexual romance with a famed ice skater that helps them lose the weight.
Yeah, so also that they can go to the National Ice Skating Championship and find love along the way. There's an anime for that, believe it or not, if you guys didn't know. If you don't know and you're watching this episode as opposed to that one, maybe you should switch over, because I can already tell where this one's going. But no. And she is a little self-conscious about it. So she decides to try out and go to a local gym that just opened up. And lo and behold, when she gets there, the class president, a girl that she has never really interacted with, is also there checking it out. And they become workout buddies. And she gets a little overwhelmed by all the exercise stuff, but her friends and the trainers there help keep her motivated and keeping up the whole exercising thing so she can maintain her girlish figure also while enjoying all the food she likes, because let's be real, food is the biggest motivating factor of anything in human life. At least it is for me.
Oh, surely.
But yeah, no, that's just the basic premise, and it's an anime about picking heavy things up and putting them down and how to do it correctly, and maybe you'll laugh along the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it seems like maybe it has potential. Who knows? Maybe I will once again try to do the workouts with the show.
Yeah, no, you could even maybe convince your girlfriend to watch it with you, and you'll be able to do like a couples workout. How cute would that be?
Nice bonding experience.
So I think, Remington, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go watch some Dumbbell nan Kilo Moteru.
Previously,
what's brown and sticky?
Is it all the same fucking shit?
up next.
Okay, would you like this strong anime woman to step on you? I would say yes. Cosplay, then step on me. Putin is my waifu.
Now, back to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after consuming 3 whole episodes of How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. And Remington, I can see you now. You're feeling powerful. You've at least grown 2 sizes in muscle mass alone. Your sweat is evaporating off your body. Don't you just feel way more physically fit after all of that?
You know what, Sean? I sure do. I am just a ripped muscle god of a man now. Sean, when in part 1, I posed a question to you, Sean.
Yeah.
I asked, is this show closer to Eurocamp or Anime to Training X? Right?
Yes.
which have very different emphases on on the subject matter. And I've come with a sincere answer to that question. I figured it out.
Oh, wow, you figured out the right balance because, it was very hard for me to give you the exact position on that scale, and I figured that watching it for yourself would be the best way to come out with an understanding.
Yeah. So when I asked that question, it was essentially asking, is there a sincere interest in sharing the subject matter, the hobby, proper tips and tricks and information, or is it, wow, look at those ladies, right? And my official answer is, it is much, much closer to Yuru Camp, but it is also a horny version of Yuru Camp. Don't get me wrong. The goal, I think genuinely, like, the purpose of this show is it has a sincere interest in, like, getting people motivated to work out and to exercise. It is sincere about that. However, it's also horny. The show is, so the horny, it's not the cupcake, but it is the sprinkles. We have horny sprinkles on our cupcake.
Remington, I always thought of you as my horny sprinkles, I feel like that's really the relationship that we share.
And you know what? I want to actually, I want to speak to some of our audience, Sean.
Okay.
Namely, I want to send a message to the people out there who need cute anime girls to motivate them to improve their life or to become a better person. And so watch things like this and then follow up by working out. To those people, I say, that's totally okay. Good work on improving yourself. Any way that you can, as long as you are transforming passion into action, good on you, bud. If a cute anime girl is gonna inspire you to, like, treat people better and exercise and be healthier, go for it. Do it, dude.
Do it for the waifus.
If you are doing self-improvement for the waifus, that's acceptable. It may not be my ideal. It may not be what drives me, but anything that can drive you towards self-improvement is a success. So long as it doesn't then significantly detract from, like, your social aptitude. Don't go being like, going to work out with my waifu and bring your body pillow to the gym. Don't do that. That's not self-improvement. I want to make a clear delineation here about what is and is not self-improvement. That is a step back.
All right, time to do a bench press. You sit here, Tomoko.
Oh, God. So yeah, I wanted to send that message to people. Whatever motivates you, dude. And this is a decently motivating show. Like, while watching, it's like, well, yeah, I wanna work on this shit. I think it accomplishes its goals very well.
That's good. And isn't it great how the horniness is equal opportunity as well?
Oh yeah, no, like, it's like, oh, look at those fucking muscles on that dude, holy fucking shit. And that's nice.
I would argue,
I can appreciate that.
I would argue that Machio is the main eye candy of the show, personally speaking.
That means that, so while exploring this show, there is no plot. Or rather, there is one plot. The plot is just, what's her name?
Sakura or Hibiki?
Sakura. Yeah. So Sakura wants to lose weight. That is the plot.
Yep.
And through trying to do so, she learns how to be healthier. There we go. That's the whole plot.
I mean, that's all you need.
It's not complicated. So I'm not going to go into, like, every story beat, because there is none. I will introduce our audience to all of the main characters, how they're introduced, and the general direction of each episode, right? And the lessons that each episode imparts.
Ooh, lessons? Are we talking moral lessons, Remington?
No. Not at all. Not in the least.
Just horny lessons.
So, Sakura, she decides, similar to what you mentioned in part 1, a friend comments on her weight, and she's like, oh man, I need to start losing weight. However, despite Sakura being technically obese, she is not animated that way. Like, sometimes she will be animated slightly thicker than your average anime girl, but what they say and what they show are very different for her. If you saw her, like just a picture of her, and it was like, all right, who's this? You wouldn't be like, wow, an overweight anime girl? No, that's not what you would be thinking at all.
No. And that's more of a problem with anime in general than just this one. But
I maintain that. Oh, why am I blanking on the name? Sean, you have it. I referenced it in part 1. Ice skating. Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on
there
Ice.
There we go. I didn't need you. I don't need no man. But Yuri on Ice, to this day, is the only anime to, like, even attempt handling being a bit overweight in, like, a fucking normal way.
What? Are you
was
saying
the only authentic presentation in anime?
Are you saying that Kiss
ever.
Him Not Me wasn't an accurate representation of body identity?
I would say not. I would say not quite.
No.
Would be my answer to that one. But nonetheless, so Sakura, she's like, okay, let's lose some weight. She tries working out at home, and she's like, self-motivation is rough, which, you know, that's fucking true.
Yeah.
Lord knows. So she goes to a deluxe gym because she has billions of dollars, apparently. She goes to this deluxe high-quality gym and has a personal trainer there. Like, oh my god. She also does, like, she visits the protein bar afterwards, gets protein shakes. She's eating up these huge fucking steaks after every workout. She is a rich bitch. Holy shit.
Living the dream. Living the dream.
I wish I could afford to, like, oh yeah, here's my gym membership and my personal trainer. Instead, I'm just like, all right, here's some body weight fitness that I can do at home. It's like, man, it's bullshit. I don't get a trainer being like, all right, here's what you got to do. It's like, all right, I think this is what the video tutorial said. What's the proper routine? Ah, shit.
Crap, I need to rewatch the big tittied anime girl show me how to do it.
Nonetheless, so she goes to a really fancy gym, and there, one of her fellow, classmates from school is also going, and that's Akemi. And Akemi is super fit, super athletic. Also, she has a fetish for just the ripped fucking muscles on dudes.
She is easily the horniest character in the show.
Well, you say that, and I was right about to comment, that's also, it reminded me of my girlfriend. I'm just... Sean understands. Sean gets it. I'm not even gonna explain past that. If my girlfriend's listening, she knows. She gets it.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
so Akemi...
Watch this anime enough and you'll be her ideal man. Don't worry.
So, Akemi is just super into fitness and muscly men. So they take a look around, see all these swole as fuck men around the gym, right? And then one normal looking dude, he just shows up, and Sakura immediately falls for him and is like, all right, I join, let's do this shit. And then they have what would have been a hilarious moment if they didn't spoil it in the opening, is this normal looking dude Machio, who just is a nice charming fella. He breaks out of his tracksuit and he's the most ripped of them all, right? Like a JoJo character would look at Machio and be like, whoa there, buddy, you are pushing it a little bit, to give you a frame of reference.
He actually does a Fish of the North Star cosplay later in the series, so.
Yes. But it would have been such a funny moment if in the intro like you only see him as super swole, so you're like, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, like the intro is such a double-edged sword because the intro is such a good intro.
If even like this is the first episode, they could have just done the thing where you put the intro at the end.
Yeah, no,
of the first
it would
episode.
have been the smart move.
And then you preserve the best joke in the entire show so far, because that was a genuinely good moment that was just soiled a little.
Yeah, only a little bit though, because it was still very satisfying.
But also, like you said, the intro is real nice. It's a top quality intro. It's like a workout montage. It'll make you feel pumped up.
Yeah, and it was stuck in everybody's heads when this show first came out in 2019. Onegashi
Yeah.
muscle. It's so good.
So we get one of the first of many of Machio's muscle lessons. In this episode, we learn about the bench press and squats. Pretty straightforward stuff. Also, a small other note, every time that Sakura eats anything, it counts the calories. And I actually found this to be very interesting because when losing weight, something a lot of people don't realize is how many calories they eat blindly throughout the day. They're like, oh yeah, I had these meals, but you don't pay attention to the snacking or like the small add-ons, the bits and pieces that do in fact add up. We'll talk about that more in a bit, but I found that to be a nice little stylistic
It's that
touch.
extra bacon. Gets you every time.
So episode 2, Sakura weighs herself, and it turns out she's gained some weight, and she's like, what? We had a nice little lesson about how muscle weighs more than fat per size, so that two people that weigh the same, one will be a lot thinner if they have more muscle, even if they weigh the same as someone a bit chubbier. We get some lessons on lat pull downs, some protein, body styles, dynamic stretching. That's an important one. Dynamic stretching is better than stretching, everybody. I want that to be the message.
Oh, yeah. No.
At least before workouts.
I mean,
genuinely.
we're nerds, and we understand this. So if we can get it, you can too. Normal stretching, don't do it.
Dynamic stretching, just you got to stretch with constant movement. All right. Look it up for more if you want to work out. Don't just. We should not be your source for fitness information, but take that from us. Dynamic.
Dumbbells does a better job than we do. Trust us.
Second half of episode 2, we get introduced to the best character, Barnold Schwarzenegger. That's the name they went with, Barnold Schwarzenegger, and it's just an action. It's the Terminator, Rambo bullshit. It's just your action movie fare.
Hold on.
I know what you're about to say, but there was some Rambo inspiration for the character that Barnold Schwarzenegger was portraying.
Are you sure it wasn't one of the other many Arnie films that feature him?
They're all the same, dude.
They're not all the same, damn it. They are different, and it's an American piece of culture you should understand.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wow, he's buff and angry. Look at him kick ass.
I will not have you say that Rambo and Arnie are the same person. I will not.
No, they're not the same person, but they're basically the same person. They're not the same person, but the movies are the same, dude.
No,
they're all the same. It's indistinguishable.
Have you even seen Rambo or Terminator?
Never seen a movie in my life.
God damn you, Remington.
Oh god. So Sakura and her friend Ayaka, they were watching a movie. Ayaka, super into movies. She has a real passion for film. Her dad runs a boxing studio, right? So she's learned boxing and she's super fit and she has great abs. This lesson we learn about dragon flags and planking. And then we learn that Sakura has the strongest punch imaginable ever and it's mentioned at the end of the episode, and it's like, wow, so maybe she'll focus on this. No, this is forgotten about for the next episode. This is not mentioned. It feels like a cliffhanger. Don't worry. She just punches real good. Don't worry about it.
No. One of the running jokes with her is that she is like gorilla strength despite her size. And it's pretty good in a lot of different situations.
So episode 3, we meet a couple of teachers. The important one is, I don't remember what the important one is. I don't know. There's a teacher. And the teacher's like, oh, I need to get fit. So she shows up at the gym, but her students are there. That's awkward. Ho ho. We learn a little bit about dumbbells before the students notice a strange tan line on their teacher's stomach. And they're like, you're into some BDSM bullshit. And the teacher is like, oh, this is a misunderstanding. Because as it turns out, it is from a leather suit, but it's from a cosplay leather suit.
BDSM, cosplay, two sides of the same
genre.
coin, really.
BDSM and cosplay are like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, you know? It's basically indistinguishable in its function.
Look,
sure they're different, but are they different?
Look, man, I'm just saying, if you go to an anime convention and be like, hey, would you like this strong anime woman to step on you? I'm sure 90% of the people there would say yes. Like, right, the big lady from the most recent Resident Evil game? Yeah. Yes, please. Cosplay, then step on me. It works out.
So, we see that Sakura, she's been having problems by having really big meals. So even though she's working hard in her exercise and workouts, she's still putting on the pounds because she's eating a ton. And so we have a little lesson on diets, right? And I am going to amend the waifu. Akemi, the fit one, she gives a lesson on dietary and weight loss, right? And she's correct about the details, but I want to stress something. So she talks all about how, like, what the time of day you eat can affect your metabolism and the harm that extreme diets can do, and the rebound effect, etc., all these things, which are totally true and accurate. However, I want to emphasize, if your focus is weight loss, the most important thing is just calories in, calories out. If you consume less calories, it doesn't matter what the type of food is. It doesn't matter when you eat those calories. It's just the laws of thermodynamics. If you get less calories in than your body exerts out, you will lose weight. That's just how it goes. You can try to optimize it in these specific ways, sure, but broadly speaking, calories are like the most important thing if that is your goal. As for like healthy diets, I actually learned this. This is a genuine tip, by the way. We're getting, like, sincere in this episode,
Wow,
weirdly.
you're offering health and physical fitness tips. It's a good thing we have a disclaimer at the front of the podcast.
Yeah, don't. These are just neat ideas. Don't think about it too. So, when it comes to diet, you can figure out, like, oh, what's a healthy food? Oh, is this good or is this bad? And you'll find a billion articles about every food, one way or the other. But if you want to focus on weight loss, it's all about calories. If you want to focus on healthy eating, then just remember this. Eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. So eat real food. You want to have more real than processed, right? Not too much. Portion sizes are important, and mostly plants. We want to get these vegetables, these fruits in you, all right? You can have all the other stuff as well, but you want most of your diet to be lovely, lovely plants with all their nutritional value, all right?
So what you're telling me is my diet of bacon and cocaine is not sustainable.
It's not sustainable in the long run. Though, once again, calorically, that might help you lose weight, because
how much calories are in cocaine? That's what I'd like to know.
bacon. You know what? All right, let's become real educational. Cocaine calories. All right, Calorie King. Just on a dieting app. I would like to know how many calories are in cocaine, please. Oh, come on, answer my question. I'm genuinely looking.
I can tell.
I will find an answer, goddammit. All right, there's not many. It's like a negligible amount of calories in cocaine.
So
and
eat
you'll
all the
probably lose
cocaine
money.
you want. You don't eat cocaine. What am I talking about?
Well, cocaine is highly associated with weight loss, but for different reasons. Don't do cocaine.
Don't do cocaine.
Just remember, back the original. Eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. There you go.
Jury's still out on
Healthy
cocaine,
eating.
though.
Jury is not out. Cocaine has been convicted. Cocaine was not able to avoid. Cocaine couldn't pull an OJ. All right, it was convicted hardcore.
Hey, that means we qualify for a crime podcast now. We've talked about OJ.
Your favorite true crime podcast discussing waifus attempting to be fit. Anime out of context. Oh my god. But yeah, so those are the 3 episodes, and as well as just some general advice from your friendly neighborhood guy who knows nothing. But this is a decent show overall. Like, it's good.
It's horny, but it does the job.
Like, if you wanted to sort of immerse, like, you aren't going to get fit just from watching this show. But if you're in a fitness mindset and you want to help cultivate that fitness mindset, then sure, turn it on. Yeah, it'll watch it and it'll help motivate you. There you go.
And plus, you might see buff Putin.
Yeah. We all need to see buff Putin.
It floored me when I saw it.
Good old Putin. And we know, we say that because we know that Putin listens to this podcast.
Oh, he's a huge fan.
Because Putin, he listens to all podcasts to make sure that his name is not tarnished.
Mm-hmm. And he loves anime.
Some might call that authoritarian, but we want to say that democracy is thriving in Russia, and I am not reading that verbatim.
Putin is my waifu. Anyways.
Oh, God.
So, Ram, I guess the only one final question to ask you is, any chance you want to sit down, or rather, get up and move and watch some more How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift With Me?
I wouldn't binge it all, but I'd be down to watch a couple more episodes here and there.
Oh, by the way, 7.34 on Mal.
Yeah, fair. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
That is a fair assessment.
And most of the negative reviews are like, I mean, they're very critical of this horny exercise anime.
Yep, sounds about right.
Which, surprisingly, you weren't. So, that's wonderful.
I mean, it was pretty decent.
All right. Well, with that, thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you would like to support us, I have a couple ways for you to do it. You can head on over to iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and leave us a review. You have no idea how much help it does in getting us out there in the world and seen by other people, weebs and non-weebs alike. And if you would like to help us even more directly, as well as gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus content, then you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you can also have the opportunity to have your name horribly mispronounced, or in some cases just a sentence read aloud, because people seem to like changing their names on Patreon a lot, and that's where we're at as a podcast. So, Remington, who are we thanking this week?
Well, as always, we would like to send our regards to our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls. But moving a tier up, we reach our yandere waifus, who are forcing us into the gym whether we like it or not. Work it, dear God, work it. And on that list, we have, oh God, I have to like scroll over it just to get all of it. What would you have done if he had chosen interspecies reviewers or redo, Sean? Are you prepared for Rem to be a variable?
I don't know what that means. I don't.
If I had chosen something else last week, essentially it's risky for me to be the variable in your decisions.
Oh, it is, but
I would have been the one punished. It would have been a funny episode where only I suffer. Like, I mean...
Yeah, no, I chose...
He doesn't lose anything there.
I was very confident in how you would choose the three shows there. Because, I mean...
Right, week 3... No, we have to keep... We can't go into a complete Q&A, everyone. You've given your answer, Sean.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, damn it.
Week 3 of jokes. What did the mime say when they received $1 million? They were speechless. Weebs are as plentiful as grains in the sand, but there's only one, Remington-sama. Juliana, totally God. The world shall know propane. The Emperor protects. That guy that makes you say cunt on your podcast. Snap Snips. Sean Onichan Baka Uwu. Shark Sencha Ahoy Ahoy. How you feeling? I'm horny. Sean Evangelion is trash. Get over it. Scoopy Loopy Boopy Doopy Hoopy Goopy Oopy. Sarah Birch. Sammy Pritchard. Salty Pretzel. Sequoia Faye. Reverse Kismo. Remington Merrill. Remington is not a man of culture, Fox and Boy. Redneck Weeb. Ready to be Isekai'd. Mahu No Pug Tears. Lonely Geek 23. Kitty. Kazu Morocco. Jax. Jacob Livingston. Jack of Spades. Ichigo Simp 015. I, Rem, apologize for the Haikyuu episode, except I don't, because I was right. H. Wood. Hanekawa. Glenn Michael Dolan. Ghostly Bishi. Sean rapping Christmas carols is my religion and antidepressants. Farmer Reeb wants in Joey Wheeler. Hey, Yugs, how did the picture end up in jail? It was framed. Erica P. Equal opportunity jiggle physics. Devin McCutcheon. Darth Pikachu. Darkstorm 713. Danny Morabito. Christian Crawford. Cheese Monkey. Brent Adams. Ariel Bird. Apostle of the Church of Remington. Anime Duck. Andrew Sinclair, Andrew Rauke, Elise Howard, and Alexander Nazi and Sanyo. Thank absolutely each and every one of you. But now, we move on. We're going to Hogwarts. We're celebrating Harry Potter with the Boy Wizard tier. And this week, everybody is getting their own knockoff Harry Potter book. You may wonder, like, what kind of knockoff Harry Potter books are we talking about? Well, the Brown Mamba, he's getting Harry Potter and the Big Funnel. So, you know. Spicy Log Horizon is one of the best written isekai. Use the BS rule hot tag. You're getting Tanya Grotter and the magical double bass. Rare Anata no Sogu Soba ni Iru Yokima no Ana Tenchi Tachi Kumiko. You are going to get Harry Potter and the water repelling pearl.
Don't
worry, don't think about it. Pilkster, the Symphogear advocate, you are going to get Harry Potter and the Half-Blooded Relative Prince.
What?
What?
Close
enough.
But isn't that
Don't
Sounds like
worry
a bad
about it is what I
translation.
would. Don't worry about it is what I would say. Speaking of bad translation, MT the Poet, you are going to get Harry Potter and the Leopard Walk Up to Dragon, where Leopard Walk Up to Dragon is the Leopard Walk Up to is a hyphenated adjective of dragon.
I don't think it is though. I genuinely, by definition, I don't think that is.
Hey, I don't know, man.
You can't just hyphenate
Miguel
a bunch of things together
Delion.
and call it an adjective.
Miguel, you are getting Harry Potter in Calcutta.
What's he doing there? This isn't the Ministry of Magic.
He meets up with classic characters from Bengali literature. I live in Ogden. Yes, that one. You are going to get none other than Harry Potter and the Showdown, which is only half as good as Harry Potter and the Hoedown. He did great on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Very surprised by his performance. I call Bone Drew Daddy. You are going to get Harry Potter and the Chinese overseas students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
I feel like there might be some underlining meaning there.
Most of these are from China, by the way. Not all of them, but most of them.
I see.
Enrique Perez Torres, you are going to get Pari Gatter and the Stone Philosopher.
Could you hit me with that one more time, please?
Yeah, you know, that was good old Pari Gatter and the Stone Philosopher. Hinata is a ball of sunshine. Did I do Hinata? No. Hinata is a ball of sunshine. You get Taina Grotter and the Golden Leech.
All right.
Where Grotter takes on Hurry Pooper in the World's Dragon Ball Championship. Last but not least, Dedicated Sadist.
I'm a child.
You are getting possibly the most famous knockoff, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
The goddamn knockoff.
Ooh. Ooh, that hurt.
Moving on, we reach our highest tier. We reach the White House with Stefano Musco, Corey in the house tier, where everyone is going to get an amazing feat of strength. Just great feats of athleticism. We start with Zachary Shirley was referencing what you thought I was referencing, and I subscribed. You are going to get the 50-50-50 challenge, which is 50 marathons across 50 states in 50 consecutive days. That is something that people have really done.
It's not something I'm ever gonna do.
Cowardice. Silicon Spectre, you are going to get John Holtum's cannonball catch. In the 1870s, this dude, he would just situate he would get a cannon, right? Put it across a stage, let it fire, and just capture it. He lost a few fingers when doing it.
Oh, only a few?
He would do it. He did it many times. He would just catch a cannonball.
What anime is he in? I want to watch that anime.
Right? Jesus Christ. And you know what? Let's go for another historical one for dear old Mum. Mum, you're gonna get Angus McCaskill's 2,500-pound anchor carry. This 7'9" man.
Oh my god.
Which he had no. I'm reading this from good old BuzzFeed. He had no growth disorder. This man was just a natural, perfectly functioning,
Mountain.
almost 8-foot motherfucker. And apparently he could just carry a 2,500-pound anchor. So Mom, you get that one. Good God. Nonetheless, if any of you would like to contact us, whether it's for a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can either tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in, and as always, don't fuck your sister. Crap, I need to rewatch the big-tittied anime girl show me how to do it. You know, Remington, I always thought of you as my horny sprinkles, you know?
If I've learned anything from bad sister fucking anime, it has been that sister fucking easy as pop. BDSM and cosplay are like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, you know?